You are a creator. Whether you realize it or not, whether you are actually using that power or not, is up to you. But know that inherently, when you were born, the same power and energy that created you gave you the ability to create. Most people aren't consciously creating their lives. Most people are creating the life that they think they have to have, or they're creating the life that society told them that they should have, or they're doing this and going here and choosing these things and doing these actions because this is what they think they're supposed to do. A conscious co-creator knows that their desires means something. The intuition, the inclinations, the things that they feel pulled and called towards, they understand that those things are there for a reason, and that they have every ability, they have every capability that they would need to pursue the life that they say they want, because they have that power. But if you don't understand what it means to be a conscious co-creator, then you are going to keep reacting to life. You are going to keep repeating and remaking the life that you say you're sick and tired of having, the one that you're tired of, the relationships that you're tired of being in. You are going to keep recreating those circumstances if you are not consciously co-creating your life. Hello and welcome back. My name is Juditha and I am your mindset coach and your dream life advocate. On this channel, we talk about all the things that you would need to know to create your dream life. And I'm talking about the things that are going on the inside, because when you fix what's going on the inside, the external automatically changes to reflect that. So if you are trying to create your dream life, trust me when I say that I get it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I've been where you are and sometimes I'm still there. Okay, today we're going to talk about how to make you a conscious co-creator of your life. And the first thing I want to start with is, what does a co-creator even mean? A conscious creator is simply just someone who understands that life is happening for them, not to them. It's someone who says, this is the life that I want. These are the things that I want to create. And they actually take the steps to create it. And they understand that they have the power to, right? The difference between being a conscious creator and just inherently being a creator, because we were all born automatically as creators. But when you are consciously creating your life, you aren't just creating any type of life. You aren't just creating the life that you think you have to have. You aren't just going to college because that's what everyone is doing. When you are a conscious creator, you recognize that I have these desires and I get to create the best possible life because I have that power. When you are consciously creating your life, you get to decide how big you dream, and you also realize that the thing that you imagine the most, like those are the things that you have the power to create. The second thing that you need to understand is, what does it mean to co-create? In this co-creative universe, right? You have your job and God or the universe has its job. And when you do your job, God always does its job. The universe always does its job. And your job in this co-creative relationship is to have desires, have faith, patience, have fears, have doubts, and still be willing to take action despite them. This is your job in the co-creative process. Now, the universe's job is to bring you all the people, the opportunities, the coincidences, the miracles, all the things that you would need to be able to create the life and meet the goals that you say you want. So that is what a co-creative relationship looks like between you and God. Why should you care about having a co-creative relationship? Why should you care about being a conscious creator? You should care because opportunities find you easily. That luck that you see other people experiencing, you experience that too. It's not a matter of luck, it's a matter of alignment. And you find that alignment by being very clear on what you want, and then also deciding that you are willing to become the version of yourself who is willing to get there. Before I started to consciously create my life, literally everything that I was doing was just what I thought I had to do. Like, I went to college not because I had a burning desire to do it, not because I had a burning desire to be in PR. I went to college because I was like, well, that's the next logical step. That's just what people do. That's what it looks like when you are just reacting to life. You're not necessarily creating it. I mean, you are creating it because no matter what you do, your actions, your decisions, all of that is creating your life. So I wasn't consciously creating my life. I was just creating a life, not my life, not my dream life, not the life that I ultimately wanted to live 10, 20 years from now. So let's talk about the steps that you would need to take to become a conscious co-creator. The first one is, you have to take radical responsibility for where you are now. Whatever your life looks like, whatever you have, whatever you don't have, whatever you still feel like you need more of, whatever you feel like is missing, either your house, your clothes, your attitude, your bank account, you have to take radical responsibility for why you are where you are. Why does this matter? Why do you need to take responsibility? Because you cannot be a conscious creator and blame something outside of you for why you are where you are. You cannot blame anything outside of you for why you haven't accomplished the things that you say you want to accomplish. At the end of the day, everything has to come down to you. And this isn't in a beat yourself up type of way. This is more so to empower you so that you know nobody can stop me because I have power over what happens next. Nobody can get in my way because I have power over the reality that I want to create. So this isn't to make you feel like shit. It is actually to make you feel empowered. It's actually to let you know, hey, the power has always been in your hands. So you need to take radical responsibility from this point out. Anything that happens, try to see your part in it. Try to see how your actions landed you where you are. Try to see how your thoughts, your beliefs, try to see how you are the reason why you are where you are in every situation. The second thing that you're going to do, decide what your dream life looks like, or you need to decide what your goals are. Now, this is a very, very important step, okay? Because if you make the wrong decision, right? And this is what the wrong decision is. The wrong decision is going to be when you start to create a life or choose goals based on what other people have said. When you start to create things based on what you think looks good. When you start to make decisions based on what society tells you you should do as a woman, as a 30-year-old, as a 40-year-old, as a young person. When you start to make decisions based on who society told you you needed to be at a certain age, at a certain time, or whatever, that's when you know that you are barking up the wrong tree, that you are climbing a ladder, and sooner or later you are going to realize it was leaning up against the wrong building. So when you are deciding the type of life that you want to live and the type of goals that you want to accomplish, take into account who you really are, okay? Who you really are, what you really like, what you really want to experience, and most importantly, how do you want to feel? That is when you think about a successful life, the first thing that you should think about is, how do I want to feel, right? Do you want to feel happy? Do you want to feel fulfilled? Do you want to feel away from everything? Do you want to feel remote? Do you want to feel isolated? Do you want to feel expanded? How do you want to feel? Because then you get to build your life around that feeling that you want to feel. So when you are deciding this, you need to look inward. You cannot allow anything external to make those decisions for you. You cannot allow what your best friend is doing. You cannot allow what your family thinks you should do, what your mom thinks you should do, what your religion says you should do. Okay, that's a sticky one. I'm going to let you figure that one out on your own. But you do have to make decisions based on what you truly desire to feel and what you truly desire to see and experience in your life. The third step is to think about the type of person you would have to become to create that kind of life. Now, for me, when I said, I don't want to work for people my whole freaking life. Like when I sat at that internship and I told that lady, I said, girl, no, I am not doing this work. And I walked out. From that moment on, I knew, girl, you acting like a boss. So now it's time to become one. Okay. So you need to ask yourself, the things that I want, who do I have to become to get them? I know I want to be successful. I want to run a business. I want to travel the world. I want to be a motivational speaker. So I have to become someone who is courageous. I have to become someone who is confident. I have to become someone who is willing to state their opinion and be disagreed with. I have to become, there's just so many things that I need to become to be able to accomplish and create that life that I say I want. So my work is in becoming that person daily in the little things I do. I probably won't become an international motivational speaker overnight. However, I can practice having that confidence now by the way I show up on YouTube, by the way I show up in my real life, by the way I show up at work. Like the courage and the confidence and the certainty and the resilience, I don't need to wait until I'm experiencing my dream to practice those things. I have to practice them now. I am working my way up to becoming that version of me who is booking stages across the country, right? That version of me who has 1 million followers, 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So look at the type of person that your goals require you to become, because trust me, it definitely requires you to be different than who you are now, because I know for a fact that who you are now created your current life, your current experience, your current thoughts, your current path, your current house, your current bank account. Who you are now created literally everything that you currently see. So when you want to change things about your reality, the first thing that we have to look at is, who do I need to become? Because when you become the type of person who creates the life that you say you want, your external reality has no choice but to change, because it has to accommodate who you are now. So that third thing was, after you have your goals and you know what you want, you look at, okay, Who do I need to become to accomplish these things? And you literally need to write this down. And if you don't know where to start, use ChatGPT. It'll do a great job of helping you, okay? So figure out who you need to become. The fourth and final thing that you're gonna have to do in this one requires you to do multiple things. And I like to call this part where you have to do your job. What is your job? We talked about this in the beginning of the video already. Your job in this co-creative process is to have faith before the evidence shows up. Your job is to have patience before you get any results from the work you've been putting in. Your job is to trust and know that if you have that desire, you also have the ability within you to create it. But you have to be willing to give yourself time to build and to forge and to become that version of you who can create and accomplish every goal that you say that you have. So you have to hold up your end of the bargain in this co-creative process, because the universe is always going to do its part, but you have to be willing to start over as many times as it takes. You have to be willing to feel what it feels like to fail and get back up again. You just have to be willing to try before there's any guarantees. This is what your part is in this co-creative process. And I tell you what, if you do your part, you are going to be amazed by how much God shows up for you. You are going to be amazed by how the universe literally moves mountains to accommodate the person that you're becoming as you slowly but surely start to become that person. That is how you become a conscious co-creator. That is how you wake the fuck up and you stop just living life on autopilot. You have the power. Now you just need to understand how to use it. And if you do these 4 things consistently, you, by next year, in a few months, if you do these things consistently, I promise you, your reality will not feel the same. It doesn't even matter if things change or not. When I work with my clients and we do these 4 things, within weeks, they are telling me, I don't know why, but I just feel so good. I don't know why, but it just feels like, I just feel so aligned. I just feel so clear. I just feel like I know exactly what I want and I feel so capable of getting it. And at that point, it's not because a whole lot have changed in their reality. It's because they've changed. The person that they have been being for the last few years have changed. And when that person starts to change, your reality starts to change. Your brain starts to bring you confirmation that yes, you can create your dream life. Yes, you are that person and you're more than capable. You're more than willing. Yes, you have the ability. So just remember those 4 things, do them consistently and be patient with yourself. And I promise you, your life will change before you know it. Alrighty? That is it for today. I hope this was helpful. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment and let me know, like, have you been co-creating your life or have you been low-key like just being a victim? Let me know exactly what you learned from this video that you're going to take with you from this point on, okay? I will see you guys on the next one.